Have you ever felt like something was holding you back, but you just couldn't quite put your finger on what it was? Well, today, we're diving into a really powerful speech by the legendary philosopher Jim Rohn. He pinpointed 7 hidden attitudes that he called diseases, these silent killers that can absolutely sabotage your success without you even knowing it.
So, what is it that secretly holds people back? It's not always bad luck or a lack of opportunities. And here's the kicker. Rohn says the most dangerous threats are internal. They're lurking in the way we think and the way we see the world.
And this is the key right here. Rohn didn't see these as, permanent character flaws. He called them attitude diseases. And here's the good news. They are common, but most importantly, they are curable. It's like catching a cold. You can definitely get one, but you can also definitely get rid of it.
All right, so to really get a handle on Rohn's 7 killers, we've grouped them into a 5-part game plan. We're going to start with the things that cause inaction, then we'll tackle the plague of negative thoughts and the timid approach to life. After that, we'll expose the master disease that kind of fuels all the others, and we'll wrap up with one final, very stark warning. Okay, first up, the paralysis of inaction. This is all about the diseases that stop you from ever even getting started. These are the attitudes that lead to drifting, delaying, and ultimately, a future that just never gets off the ground.
Disease number 1 is indifference. You know what this is. It's that simple shrug of the shoulder, that I can't get all that worked up about it feeling. Rohn's cure is just as simple. Pour it on. Whatever you're doing right now, give it everything you've got. See, the big delusion is thinking, if I had a better job, then I'd really try harder. Nope. Pouring it on right where you are is what cracks open the door to that better job.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It shows exactly why indifference is so deadly. Ambition takes deliberate effort. You simply cannot drift your way to the top of anything worthwhile. It's a climb, and that climb demands energy and passion.
Now, closely related to drifting is just getting plain stuck. And that brings us to indecision, or what Rohn calls mental paralysis. This is you, sitting on the fence, absolutely terrified of making the wrong move. The cure? Just get off the fence. Pick a side. Any side will do. Now, why is that? Because even if you pick the wrong direction, you'll find out so much faster, and you'll gain the experience to make a better call next time. A life of adventure is built on making decisions, not avoiding them.
All right, let's move into our next section, which is all about the internal battle. These are the diseases that attack your mindset, these plagues of negative thought that can poison your potential from the inside out.
Okay, this next killer is a big one, doubt, and especially self-doubt. It's that little voice that whispers, I can't do it. Rohn's cure is to actively choose belief instead. It's like flipping a coin over. You have to start by believing in yourself, because really, understanding your own self-worth is the foundation for any kind of progress.
Now, if doubt doesn't get you, its cousin, worry, will definitely give it a shot. Rohn calls this a devastating disease because it creates real-world problems with your health, your family, your finances. It can drain every last drop of your energy and just leave you totally paralyzed.
And Rohn's advice on worry? It's so direct you can't miss it. After being a super worrier for years, his cure was to simply give it up. Now, he's honest about it. He admits it wasn't easy. It actually took him a full year to kick the habit. But the goal isn't a life with no challenges. It's just a life free from the useless habit of worrying about.
This next disease is a sneaky one, overcaution. This is that timid approach to life, where the fear of risk becomes so overwhelming that you end up taking the biggest risk of all, the risk of doing absolutely nothing.
This is the signature question of the overcautious person. What if the economy crashes? What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? It's a mindset that's constantly on the hunt for reasons not to act, and it paralyzes you with all these possibilities.
And Rohn's label for that question is brutal and unforgettable. He calls what if the language of the poor. Why? Because it's a way of thinking that it completely aces you out of every opportunity before you even get started. He realized everything in life is risky, and not trying is the biggest risk of them all.
So this slide lays out a fundamental choice. You can choose security. You can huddle in a corner and live a long, safe life where, nothing much happens. Or you can choose adventure. Give it a go and maybe live a shorter but far more meaningful life. Rohn's advice is crystal clear. Don't ask for security, ask for adventure.
And now we come to it. The master disease, the big one, pessimism. Rohn argues this is the most important attitude to conquer because it affects how you see literally everything else. It's all about learning how to stand guard at the factory of your mind.
This is the absolute core principle. Two people can go through the exact same event,
say a project at work gets canceled, and have completely different reactions. One sees failure, the other sees an opportunity to pivot. It is not reality that shapes us, but our perception of it. The way you think things are is what affects you the most.
So Rohn uses this powerful analogy to explain it. Your mind is a factory. The ingredients you pour into it, what you read, who you listen to, the stuff you think about all day, those are processed by that factory. And the final product? That's the actual economic and social fabric of your life. You just can't put trash in and expect a rich life to come out the other side.
And he really drives this home with his coffee analogy. It's brilliant. If your best friend in the world accidentally drops poison, strychnine, in your coffee, guess what? You're dead. But if your worst enemy drops sugar in, you're fine. The lesson? It doesn't matter who hands you the bad stuff. Bad ingredients will poison you, period, regardless of the source.
So what's the cure? What do? It's this simple, powerful command. You have to be the gatekeeper of your own mind. You decide what thoughts, what information, what influences you allow into your mental factory. Don't let just anyone dump their trash in there.
We've reached the final disease, and let me tell you, Ron describes this one as the deadliest of all. If you engage in this habit, even a little bit, he says you might as well forget the future, because it is definitely going to forget you.
That disease is complaining. He calls it economic cancer of the bone. What a phrase, right? It's not just whining, it's a destructive habit that wastes your precious time and energy, and it guarantees that you'll stay stuck in the very circumstances you're complaining about. It's a total future killer. So we'll end with the question Rohn leaves us with. This isn't a passive process. This is a war, a daily battle against these 7 diseases of attitude. A war fought personally, socially, and economically. And really, the only question that matters is this: are you winning?